NEC Section 225.30 states that each service disconnecting means shall supply only the building or portion thereof that it serves. Even if the building code allows multiple buildings on a single lot to be treated as one for building code purposes, the NEC does not consider them a single building for electrical service design. Therefore, each building is required to have its own service disconnecting means. This requirement ensures that each building has its own independent means of disconnecting electrical power. This is crucial for safety reasons, particularly during emergencies or maintenance. Imagine a scenario where a fault occurs in one building. Without a separate disconnecting means, the entire electrical system for all the buildings would need to be shut down to isolate the fault. This could disrupt operations in other buildings that are not affected by the fault. Having individual service disconnects allows for selective disconnection, minimizing disruption. Consider a situation where maintenance is required in the electrical system of one building. With a separate disconnect, only that building needs to have its power shut off, while the other buildings can continue to operate normally. Without this separation, maintenance would become much more complex and potentially hazardous. From a safety perspective, first responders, such as firefighters, need to be able to quickly and easily disconnect power to a specific building in case of a fire or other emergency. Individual service disconnects provide a clear and reliable way to achieve this. Secondly, it's important to consider the voltage drop that can occur when running long feeders to multiple buildings from a single service. The further the distance, the greater the voltage drop, which can affect the performance of electrical equipment in the buildings furthest from the service. Separate services for each building can minimize voltage drop issues. Thirdly, NEC Section 225.30 is in place to ensure that each building's electrical system is properly sized and protected. When multiple buildings are fed from a single service, it can be challenging to accurately calculate the load requirements and provide adequate overcurrent protection for each building. Each building has unique electrical needs based on its occupancy, size, and the type of equipment it uses. These needs can vary significantly from building to building. By requiring separate services for each building, the NEC ensures that each building's electrical system is designed to meet its specific load requirements. This includes calculating the appropriate size of conductors, overcurrent protection devices, and transformers. Furthermore, separate services allow for better monitoring and management of electrical consumption in each building. Each building can have its own meter, allowing for accurate billing and identification of energy inefficiencies. This information can be used to implement energy conservation measures and reduce overall energy costs. The NEC also addresses the issue of grounding and bonding in multiple building installations. Proper grounding and bonding are essential for preventing electrical shock hazards and ensuring the safe operation of electrical equipment. When multiple buildings are fed from a single service, it can be more difficult to maintain proper grounding and bonding throughout the entire system. Separate services simplify the grounding and bonding requirements, making it easier to ensure a safe electrical system. In addition to the requirements of NEC Section 225.30, other NEC articles may also apply to multiple building installations, such as Article 250, which covers grounding and bonding, and Article 310.15, which covers conductor ampacity. It is important to consult all applicable NEC articles when designing an electrical system for multiple buildings. The Building Code's allowance of treating multiple buildings as one for size limitations does not override the NEC requirements for separate electrical services. The NEC focuses on electrical safety and proper electrical system design, while the Building Code focuses on structural and fire safety. These codes serve different purposes and must be followed independently. When considering an electrical installation for multiple buildings on a single property, it is essential to consult with a qualified electrical engineer or electrician who is familiar with the NEC and local electrical codes. They can help you design an electrical system that meets all applicable requirements and ensures the safety and reliability of the electrical system. Failing to comply with the NEC can result in fines, penalties, and potential safety hazards. It is always best to err on the side of caution and ensure that your electrical installation meets all applicable code requirements. In summary, while the building code might allow considering multiple buildings as one for size purposes, the NEC mandates separate service disconnecting means for each building. This is crucial for electrical safety, proper system design, and efficient energy management. Always consult with qualified professionals and adhere to all applicable codes and standards to ensure safe and compliant electrical installation. Consider a scenario where there are two buildings on a single lot, one a retail store and the other an office building. Even though they are close together and may be treated as one building for building code purposes, the NEC requires each building to have its own service disconnecting means. The retail store might have a higher electrical demand due to lighting, refrigeration, and point-of-sale systems, while the office building might have a lower demand due to computers, printers, and general office equipment. If both buildings were fed from a single service, the service would need to be sized to accommodate the combined load of both buildings. This could result in a larger and more expensive service than is necessary for each individual building. With separate services, each service can be sized to match the specific load requirements of each building. Furthermore, consider the potential for future expansion. If one building needs to add more electrical equipment in the future, it can be easier to upgrade the service for that building without affecting the other building. With a single service feeding both buildings, any future expansion would require upgrading the entire service, which could be more costly and disruptive. The NEC also addresses the issue of emergency power systems. If one building requires an emergency power system, such as a generator, it is easier to install and maintain a separate emergency power system for that building. With a single service feeding both buildings, the emergency power system would need to be sized to accommodate both buildings, which could be more complex and expensive. Therefore, the NEC requirement for separate service disconnecting means for each building is based on sound engineering principles and is intended to ensure the safety and reliability of electrical systems. It is important to understand and comply with this requirement when designing and installing electrical systems for multiple buildings on a single property. To reiterate, the building code and the NEC serve different but equally important purposes. The building code primarily focuses on structural integrity, fire safety, and accessibility, ensuring that buildings are safe and habitable for occupants. The NEC, on the other hand, specifically addresses the safe installation and operation of electrical systems, protecting people and property from electrical hazards. While the building code may allow for certain concessions based on the overall size and configuration of buildings on a single lot, the NEC maintains its focus on the individual electrical needs and safety requirements of each building. This distinction is crucial for understanding why the NEC mandates separate service disconnecting means, even when the building code might treat multiple buildings as a single entity. Imagine a scenario where a large industrial complex consists of several interconnected buildings, each housing different manufacturing processes. While the building code might consider the entire complex as a single building for zoning or fire safety regulations, the NEC would still require each building to have its own electrical service. This is because the electrical loads and hazards associated with each manufacturing process could vary significantly. One building might house heavy machinery with high electrical demands, while another might contain sensitive electronic equipment that requires a clean and stable power supply. Providing separate electrical services for each building allows for customized electrical system design and protection, ensuring the safety and reliability of each individual operation. Furthermore, consider the potential for future changes in occupancy or use. A building that is currently used for office space might be converted into a laboratory or a data center in the future. These changes could significantly increase the electrical load and introduce new electrical hazards. With a separate electrical service for each building, it is easier to adapt the electrical system to meet the changing needs of the building. Upgrading the electrical service for one building does not necessarily require upgrading the electrical service for all the buildings on the property. In addition to the practical considerations, the NEC requirement for separate service disconnecting means also aligns with fundamental principles of electrical safety. A service disconnecting means is the primary point of control for disconnecting electrical power to a building. It allows for quick and easy isolation of the electrical system in case of an emergency, such as a fire, flood, or electrical fault. Having a separate service disconnecting means for each building ensures that first responders and maintenance personnel can safely disconnect power to a specific building without affecting the other buildings on the property. This is particularly important in situations where lives are at risk or where critical equipment needs to be protected. The NEC also provides detailed requirements for the location, accessibility, and labeling of service disconnecting means. These requirements are designed to ensure that the disconnecting means is readily available and easily identifiable in case of an emergency. By requiring separate service disconnecting means for each building, the NEC makes it easier to comply with these requirements and ensure the safety of electrical systems. In conclusion, the NEC requirement for separate service disconnecting means for each building is not merely a technicality, but a fundamental principle of electrical safety and sound engineering practice. It ensures that each building has its own independent electrical system that is designed to meet its specific needs and provide adequate protection against electrical hazards. While the building code may allow for certain concessions based on the overall size and configuration of buildings on a single lot, the NEC maintains its focus on the individual electrical requirements and safety considerations of each building. Always consult with qualified electrical professionals and adhere to all applicable codes and standards to ensure a safe and compliant electrical installation for multiple buildings on a single property. The purpose of NEC 225.30 is to provide a safe and reliable electrical system for each building. It recognizes that each building has unique electrical needs and potential hazards, and it requires that each building have its own independent means of disconnecting electrical power. This requirement is not intended to be a burden on property owners or developers, but rather to ensure the safety of occupants and the protection of property from electrical hazards. By understanding the rationale behind NEC 225.30 and complying with its requirements, you can help to create a safe and reliable electrical system for multiple buildings on a single property.